Hello, once again, it's me again, Alex. Hello, and welcome to another tutorial. In this one here, we're gonna look over how we can add custom dialogue. Something like, how are you doing? And then they would reply with something and stuff, I'm gonna quickly show you how you can do that. It's also pretty simple to do. So let's get this started. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open up our Quest Companion dialog again. And once we have that loaded, we're gonna go to Dialog Views. And then here we are going to make a new dialog view. So we go here and then we click on New. Then once we have done that, we could call it, I don't know, chatter dialog, for example. Something along those lines. And then we would create a branch, which we could call branch chatter. Then once we've done that, we create a topic, which could be chatter topic. Now we've got this weird thing right here. And the thing that we can do is we can double click on this thing exactly here where I am with my mouse right now, where it says chatter topic. If you double click that, here where it says topic text, this is where you enter the thing, well, the option that you can click on so that you can actually talk to the companion. So we could do something like, how are you doing? Alright, and then we could just right click in here and we could click on new. And then we're just gonna write our subtitles again for them. They could be saying, I'm fine, just in the mood for some meat. Honestly, let's get some later. Or something like that, Then they could be happy, perhaps. 25. This is, just imagine this as a percentage. 0 means you wouldn't see the happy expression at all. 100 would mean you would really see it quite hard. And 50 would be, yeah, you would see it, But I think a faint smile, would make this nice. So then we just click on OK, and then we are going to add our ID again of our companion so that only our companion can say it. And then we click on random if you want more than one possible response. And the final step for now already almost is going to be double clicking this and then selecting this and then recording or adding your voice file. So I don't think I'll record this, I'm just gonna try to keep this short. And if you watched the previous video, there I quickly showed you how you can record in here, but never mind that. So yeah, we've got that. And then if we wanted, for example, also here, if you click somewhere else, it's actually gonna update this. It's so that it removes the empty thing because it actually works, but the interface doesn't update properly. So yeah, if you want to give yourself an easier time, you could just copy this, and then the one below it, below the selected one, that's the new one, that's the copied one. The one above it here, the top one, that's the original one. This is the copied one. The reason I'm mentioning this is because if you have a voice file for this one, it's gonna keep the voice file, but if you copy this, it's only gonna copy the creation kit stuff. It's not actually gonna be copying the sound file. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason. So basically then if we click on here, we could change this one to something like, I'm doing okay, how about you? Let's get moving already. Or let's just cut this a bit short to, I'm doing okay, let's get moving already. Happy, blah blah, 50. Alright, and then because it would be, for example, the last one in your list, here again we would click on random end so that it picks any of the ones that starts with random and up to the point where it says random end in the flag, because that's a flag. the creation kit. These things here, those are flags. So now if we went in game and we would talk to them, we would see an option that says, how are you doing? And then they would either reply with, I'm fine, just in the mood for some meat, honestly, let's get some later. Or they would say, I'm doing okay, let's get moving already. So that's, they could say any of these two things. And now another thing here pretty quick, if you want to give yourself an even easier time, if you ever decide to add more, just pick one of the ones in the middle or the first one, copy that, and then here you've already got this set up. So if you want to add another option, for example, option 142 or whatever, if you had that many, you could just write your subtitles in here, blah blah blah, replace the stuff that I just wrote, and you could change the emotion, blah 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 blah, you could record your new voice file, and once you would have done that, you would only have to click on OK. You wouldn't even have to click on random end again, because you still have the other one that you made. So now it would pick either this, or this. And that is really pretty much how you do it. However, if you wanted to make this branch off somewhere, I'm gonna quickly show you how you can do that. For example, if you ask them, how are you doing? They could, let's change this to, I don't know, I'm okay, I'd say. What's about you? Let's just change it to that. So for example, then if we ask them, how are you doing? And they would say, I don't know, I'm okay, I'd say, what about you? If we wanted this to lead us as the player to a couple of options where we can say something else, then this is how you're going to do it. I'm going to show you. So we make a branch. We do, we could call this whatever, for example, branch, chatter, response, I don't know, 01 or something like that, just give it nice names so that you don't shoot yourself in the leg. Topic, chatter, response 01. Then you can double click on the outer thing where my mouse is, and you could go to normal. The yellow ones, the top level ones, those can always be accessed, so to say, so that this option will always be there as soon as you talk to the NPC, the companion. And the blue ones, the blocking ones, they only show up if something from here, for example, leads it to there. So I'll show you in a second. So this one here could be, I'm doing okay as well. We should get going. And then the companion could say, yeah, you're right. Let's not waste any time chatting. Let's move. So if they were to say that, of course we would pick our ID again so that only them can say that line, even though it's not really needed, considering this can only be accessed if you use this dialogue option in the beginning, the how are you doing. Since we can only ask this to our companion, there's not much point, but I would still recommend you do it anyway. Alright, so once we would have that, you would just select the main line, which is going to lead you to the one that we just created, and then this hand will appear here, this weird thing. And then once it's selected, just be over it with your mouse, and then left click, hold it down, and then drag this over here, just onto the white bit of the response. So what will happen is that if you now click on this, you can see this black arrow, right? This means that this, if we ask them, how are you doing? And they say, I don't know, I'm okay, I'd say. What about you? Then we would get the option, I'm doing okay as well. We should get going, blah, 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 blah. And then they would say, yeah, you're right. Let's not waste any time chatting. Let's move. And that's everything you have to do. This is pretty much how you do dialogue and stuff. And if you wanted something else other than how are you doing, then I would recommend that you do yet another dialog view in here. You click new, blah, 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 create a new thing, and then in here where the blank thing is, you just create a new branch and you do the entire thing over again. And if you wanted, for example, this here to lead to something else, you would create another blue branch like this here, and then you would just, you know, drag the thing to it again. That's all you gotta do. And actually, another tip of mine now before we end the video, if your companion says something like, yeah, you're right, let's not waste any time chatting, let's move, that sounds like something that would close the dialogue entirely, so you could just get going, right? So if you wanted that, you could open up the line and you could check goodbye. Goodbye just means that as soon as this line is finished, it's gonna close the conversation dialogue menu thing in the game, so that if they finish saying this, it's gonna exit out of the whole conversation menu thing. And that's it. Then we just click on OK and we save, and that's it. So yeah, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, as usual, just ask in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you're gonna get your thing going. Alright, see you.